Hello, XRE family members, and welcome to the Crypto Channel. We will get together to talk about what we can expect for XRE this week and look at the markets as they stand right now. The last 48 hours have been, to put it lightly, very exciting and full of things going on. But let's do a thorough investigation and look at both the present situation and what might happen in the future. If you look at the market as a whole right now, especially if you've been watching the dollar cost average over the last 24 hours, it's clear that the market, there's no doubt that you are very excited. Guys, I've already told you that you should think about a lot of other things. Still, around 70 countries have called Donald Trump to try to work out a deal on the tariffs, according to some news reports. At this point, we should not be complaining about the fact that the market has recovered. There is much more important stuff that we need to be working on. The price of ZIC is today around $1.80, which is exactly $1.0086. The price of the cryptocurrency had gone up by 10.1% by Tuesday morning when this post was written. On the other hand, Bitcoin had gone up by 4.3%. When you look at the market value, it's still more than $100 billion, 0 cents, or 108 in particular. $5 billion, 0 cents. More than $9 billion, 0 cents worth of trades have happened in the last 24 hours. Still, I want to make it clear right away that nothing on this channel is meant to be taken as financial advice. You should always do your own study and have a good reason before investing in cryptocurrency. Due diligence first. Let me use this as a great example of what I just talked about at the beginning of the movie. That's right. That's compared to the fact that the Chinese yuan has lost the most value against the US dollar since 2023. The board seems to be getting more and more excited. On top of that, China has not actually talked about any taxes. To say it again, doubt is still there. Unfortunately, there is still a lot of stress, even though there is a small rise in the amount of relief that is being given. There are still some things that we need to keep an eye on. Besides that, I believe that if this isn't fixed, I think it will have an effect on the markets. But before we go on, let's think about this point. After 10 years, the Adorama wallet just sent 365 Bitcoins, worth a total of $29 million, 0 cents. According to data from Arkham, the user just got Bitcoin that was worth $284, 0 cents when it was first. This is very interesting. It is possible that the person who broke into this wallet got the private keys. No matter what it was, I'm sure they're having a great time there. The fact that they are talking about $29 million, 0 cents USD, makes it clear that they are not too upset about the fact that the price of Bitcoin is currently around 80,000 USD. But you kind of want to share that with your people. A partner of Ripple called ISTA says that futures are a good place to use smart contracts and distributed ledger technology. Dalt, please read this. The Scrapple ledger equals quadrillions when swaps and Ripple are added together. Things that are quite so cool. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at the price, since you already know that everyone is interested in how prices are right now. Now, let me look at the strong position. Absolute control has reached levels that have never been seen before. You could see this for yourself. As it made its way after a big fall, going back to the up, there was a big drop after yesterday's high point of 64%. As I've said many times on my channel, we shouldn't get too excited about a possible altcoin season. I can tell this just by looking at how powerful it is right now. Incredibly, incredibly common. That being said, let's find out what's going on with Bitcoin right now. To make matters worse, Bitcoin's value went up to about $80,000, 0 cents. They are clearly just below $80, 0 cents, which we checked again yesterday. To be more specific, they are at 79 right now. Or as Tuesday morning gets close, it is clear that Bitcoin is still in the 0.5% fib zone when you look at it. But how big of a relief rise are we about to see? Could we even go back to 38.2? In my previous updates, I said that the possibility of that still takes place is pretty high, especially if we can get past this big problem. This is what I said, because I still think you might start to see some bullish movement, which means that bulls are taking charge of the mood. But as I said before, other things need to be thought about, because even something as small as a change could make all the difference in the world. Let's say once more that Donald Trump announces more taxes tomorrow. In whatever business would that be true? Do you know what's going to happen? There is one more problem to think about. This is something I'm sure of. When you do see something important, even though the last few hours have been bloodbaths, there will come a time when you see some kind of rally, preferably a relief rally, especially when the news is linked to that in a good way. To say it again, we need to keep a close eye on everything. Over time, people will come out because they are acting incredibly negative for no clear reason. No, I'm just trying to be very reasonable and see things from their point of view. I'm still not going to buy this. However, if you want to hire a professional, you should know about any job that needs to be closely watched. In answer to your question, we did make it up until it reached $1.92. In fact, we were turned away at that range. However, we are currently sitting below that big limit. You already know how important it is for me to post it on my channel. The XRP range is very important and noteworthy. We are definitely sitting under it right now, exact moment. So there is still a chance that we will burn the wick all the way down to this wake that we see. I think it's clear